Coach Becca here. Let's start with a deep inhale. Bring the arms overhead and reach into a forward bend. Don't worry about how far down you go. We're just going to reach towards the toes briefly before bringing it back up overhead. It's a great time to take a deep breath in and exhale as you reach down. Again, reach up. Feel the energy. Exhale and let that stress melt into the floor. Bring the arms up again. And relax. Tree pose up next. Great for balance and centering yourself. Stand on one leg. Place the instep on the other leg. Go ahead and just center your intention, heart, and hands. Take some nice, smooth, deep breaths here. I encourage you to spread the toes apart and feel the energy of the earth underneath you. If you lose your balance, don't worry about it. Just come on back to tree pose whenever you regain your balance. All right, on here, we're gonna switch legs. So same thing, tree pose, center your hands, and breathe. Super strong. For an added challenge, you can try closing your eyes, or on the next time you try this workout. Keep the hands at center and lower down into a chair position. Take a deep breath and extend the arms overhead. Feel the power in your legs and push yourself slightly here. Stretch the arms and lengthen through the fingertips. Press the heels in. So strong. Great work. Bring the hands to center, rotate to one side, and place your elbow on the outside of your knee. Open your hands. Chair to rotation. Try to take a few deep breaths here in this nice rotation pose. Great for your spine, great for your legs. Hands back to center, stand up, and stretch those legs out. Take a little breath here, reach towards the floor, lengthening those hamstrings and recharging for the next round. We'll repeat the same sequence on the other side. Here we go. Lower down, hands at center, find your chair. Take a few deep breaths and stretch the arms out. Extend through your fingertips. Hands back to center, rotate to the other side, knee to elbow, and open. Chair to rotation. Feel that stretch. Take some deep breaths here. Close the hands, rotate to center, and stand. Excellent. Step out so that your feet are just outside your shoulders. Bring one hand overhead and reach the other hand towards the floor, hovering just above the ground if you don't have the flexibility to reach all the way to the ground yet. If you do have the flexibility, place your hand firmly on the ground. Take some deep breaths here. Think about lining your hands up with one another. Deep breaths and stretch out the spine and hamstrings. Bring both hands to the floor in a wide forward bend. Again, if you can't reach all the way to the ground, that's fine. Go ahead and cradle the elbows and begin rocking back and forward bend. Keep the feet nice and wide to get a great stretch in your low back and hamstring. Keep rocking gently back and forth before we hit triangle on the other side. Here we go. Let's stretch the other side. Reach up towards the sky with one hand and stretch as far as you can towards the floor without forcing it on the other. Some of you might be hanging one hand in the air or using a block, and others of you might have that palm placed firmly on the floor. Either way, take a few deep breaths as you enjoy this rotational pose. bend and begin walking your feet together. Just slightly, about shoulder width. Drop the hips and see if you can plant yourself in a deep squat. I like to use my elbows to find a nice resting spot. I'll show you an adaptation in a moment. Basically, this is a low squat stretch. Notice here you can pop up and place the elbows on the knees. This is meant to be a stretch and not a squat hold or a training session for the legs. So if you don't feel like this is a stretch, place your hands down and hold a forward bend. Either way, let's walk the toes together and stand tall. Time for a dynamic quad stretch after that deep squat. Grab an ankle, reach up, soften the standing leg, and stretch the fingertips forwards. Deep breaths as you hold this powerful single leg stretch. Reach as far down as you can, challenging yourself before coming back up. Deep breath and switch legs. Grab the other foot or ankle. Once you've found your balance, bring your arm overhead. Get a nice deep breath before softening your knee and stretching forward. Find confidence and strength as you stretch your hips and quads and strengthen your balance. Return to the standing quad stretch. Take one more deep breath here if you can. Great job. You're doing great today, guys. Step to the top of your mat. Reach towards the floor, bending the knees as you need to, and walk into the down dog stretch. Begin pedaling your feet to stretch the calves and bring energy to your legs. Pause the pedaling and extend your right leg as far as you can, and then drive that knee towards your hands. 4 more. Drive, extend. Drive, extend. Think activate your core and then stretch. We're bringing energy into your body here. Pause in the single leg down dog and bend at the knee, opening your hip. Try to press your other heel into the ground. Take a deep breath. Awesome. Sweep that leg through into the lunge. Pick up your chest and raise your arms overhead into Warrior One. Well done. Taking your surroundings and feel joy. It's a blessing to be able to move. Turn your back foot so it's 90 degrees from your front foot. Flatten your arms and turn those palms up. To me, turning the palms up really helps me say thank you. Not just to Mother Earth, but to the environment and the path that I'm on. Drop the back hand onto the back leg, and extend your arm overhead, stretching your obliques in reverse warrior. This should feel amazing. Bring it back into Warrior Two. Lean into it, turn the palms up if you can, and find gratitude. Take a deep breath, turn both toes forward, and relax. Arms overhead, should be in a really wide forward bend position, and reach towards the floor. Take a deep breath there. Come back up. And begin walking the feet together. Awesome. Step to the top of the mat, and we're going to do that sequence again. So if you got lost or confused anywhere, now's a great time to get back on track and practice. Down dog. Pedal the feet. pause your pedaling soon and get ready for our single leg down dog sequence. Here we go. Extend the left leg back as far as you can. Crunch the core and drive the knee. Extend, contract, stretch, activate. Bring energy to your whole body here. Extend. Last time, bringing the knee in. This time, as you extend, bend your knee, open the hips. Awesome work. Take another deep breath. And this time, as you exhale, drive the left leg through the hands and find lunge. Gather yourself, pick your chest up, arms overhead. There you are in Warrior One. Enjoy this stretch. Turn your back foot 90 degrees to your front foot. Find Warrior Two. Turn those palms. Stretch deeper. Close the eyes if you can. Inhale and exhale in Warrior Two. Drop the back hand. Extend the top arm overhead. Reverse Warrior. Stretch the obliques. Closing the eyes if you feel led. Enjoying this movement. Bring it back into Warrior Two. Deepen your stretch if you can. Take those thoughts inward as you feel led. Turn both toes forward and then walk feet together. Excellent. Alright guys, come on down to your mat as we near the end of our meditation flow. Bring it down onto all fours. As you inhale, stretch your spine towards the ceiling. As you exhale, tilt your tailbone back. Inhale, arch. Exhale, tilt. This is great for the spine. Inhale, arch that back, tuck the tailbone. Inhale, tilt the tailbone, scoop the back. Again, inhale and exhale. Stretch the hips back into child's pose. Stretching the lats, taking some rest. Curl the toes underneath and drive the hips back up into down dog. Drop the hips, open the chest, and flatten the toes. Upward dog. Sit back into child's pose. You're doing great. Curl the toes, drive the hips, down dog. Drop the hips, open the chest, flatten the toes, upward dog. Pull the hips back, stretch into child's pose. Once more. Curl the toes underneath, drive the hips into down dog. Drop the hips, open the chest, flatten the toes, upward dog. Final breath and rest. Done. Thanks for joining me, and namaste.